Hello everybody, welcome to DIY Dream Weddings UK. My name's Kim and I've come here today to show you how to do next part of this rose shaped wedding bouquet. And as you can see, let's just see how far we've got. We've cut out the front of the bouquet in some craft foam, and these are the shapes that are going to make the front of our bouquet. And this is the back of the bouquet. Alright, and the front of the bouquet is going to go on like this, okay? And we've also ribboned it all up around the edge and made our lovely handle, bouquet handle as well. So we've done all that in the last video, so if you want to have a look back, you can have a look and see how that was done. Let me just show you how far we've got on Facebook, just so you've got a little bit of an idea of where we're going with this project. So on Facebook, sorry, I had to come away from the camera. I'm trying to look for bits and pieces that I should have had at hand and I didn't. On Facebook, we're doing the same project, exactly the same project, except it's a different colour. So we've done the same on Facebook, but what we've actually done is we've gone a step ahead and we've put our flowers, our roses on, okay? And we stuck our pieces on, which are these are here. So we're going to do that now here on YouTube, okay? So let's bring this back and I'll show you how we're going to do that. Okay, let me just, it's having the space to put things and put that there. I had to go away from the phone. I need that though. I need to have a look at where did I put the... Now I'm getting really confused with everything. Okay, don't get confused now. Trying to tell myself not to get confused. Okay. Okay, I'm going to keep this aside so I can copy where the pieces go on this bouquet. So that's what I was trying to do. So I'm going to just basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all of my pieces onto my bouquet, and I'm actually going to stick these down just how they were on the other one I showed you. Okay, that's the next step of this. The reason why I'm decorating this before I put it on the bouquet is because I can decorate it flat, whereas if it's on the bouquet it will be positioned slanted, and it will be harder to put together. Okay, so hope that explains it. Okay, so we're going to stick these on. I'm going to put these in the position I want them to be in first, and then I'm going to stick them on. Okay, so we want them that way, like this. And as you can see, all of these pieces go around one another, like they're just like the petals of the flower, so they all go around each other to make our lovely rose. Okay, so put that one there like that, and this one will go in the middle like that. Okay, so now we're going to stick these down. So I've got my glue gun here, and last time what I did was I'm going to put this hot glue that I'm putting on here. Last time what I did was I stuck these on I stuck the outside ones on first, so I'm going to do that with this. I'm going to stick all the outside pieces on first and then work my way to the middle. I just find it's easier that way. Plus, if you've got them all down, you don't get so confused as to what way they've got to go on and all that sort of thing. So I'm going to do this one here. Also, you know what distance you want them at as well if you do it this way. And then on top of these, I'm going to do the same as on the other one, but we're going to have pink. We're going to have pink rolled roses instead. Okay. So just there. I like to have a little bit on the outside of my edge, a little bit I like to see the edge of the rose on the outside. Okay, so just place that on there like that. Okay, and this one, I'm going to try and have a gap in between each piece. Okay, that's what I'm going to do, because that's how you can see if it's a rose or not. Okay, stick that down. And if you're not sure what this is craft foam we're making this out of. Okay, it's just ordinary everyday craft foam. Okay. I hope you're enjoying this project, by the way. I really do. Okay, so that's that. So I've stuck that on. So trying to keep a gap in between each piece, so it keeps the shape of our bouquet. I'm going to put that on slightly slanted so we can fit that in the middle. And then we've got our last piece like this. And we're going to stick that on in the middle. Okay. Okay, so that's all our pieces stuck on. Okay, and next we're going to stick some of our flowers on. So you've seen how we're going to do that. I'm just show you how the pink looks against this first. And what I'm going to do is make some up here so you can see how we make them. I don't know if I've done them on the video before or not, but that's what I'll do. So I'm just going to, that's how they look. So now what we're going to do is move this over and make some of these lovely roses up. So I'm going to use my pencil, find my pencil here, and I'm going to draw some swirls on this cardboard, okay, on this piece of card. So I'm going to do it this way, and we're just drawing quite, we want quite a lot of width on these roses in between this part. Oh, let's just move this in a bit, sorry. Didn't know. Okay, if you can see the lines here. Now, is that focusing? Yeah. You can see the lines here. It's nice to have a bit of width in between these lines as you're doing your swirl, because it's easier to cut out, and also your rose is a little bit bigger, which helps. You really don't want a really tiny rose because it'll take long to fill it up. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this out. This is quite a thin card. You don't need to do it this way. You could just buy some roses to put onto your bouquet instead. Decorate it how you want once you know how to do the base. So we're going to follow this. Look, cut this swirl out. So we're going to just work our way along the outside of our swirl, and I like to cut that. Make sure that this is curved. Okay, I like to cut it like that. So we've cut it all out. Okay, and then what I like to do is just cut, then we just fill out our lines that we've drawn on the inside. Okay, all the way around with our scissors. So now you can see why I said you don't want this piece inside to be too narrow, because it will be ever so difficult to move your scissors around. Okay, and cut your, there we go, your swirl. There we are. That's what we've done there. And what I like to do, I don't know if you can see them, but there are some pencil lines on here. And what I do is I just take my rubber and rub out these pencil lines so you don't see them. Try not to see them anyway. This is a lighter card than the other one. So I'm just going to do my best to rub those out. It might be that I've got to curl these a different way so you can't see. Sorry if the table's shaking a little bit, so I'm just going to rub these lines out as much as I can. The other way to hide these lines is to fold your fold your cardboard a different way when you roll your cardboard a different way when you make your rose. Okay, so this, you can still see some of the lines, but not as many of them. So you could do it that way instead, or that way. It's up to you really. So I'm going to do it this way, okay, and I'm going to roll my rose, roll my cardboard to make my rose. Okay, sorry. I realise how close I am to the camera, so I'm kind of trying to come a bit further away, but I do want you to see what I'm doing. So just rolling that rose around in, so it's inside that curve. Okay, just roll it right round like that. Okay, and then you've got your lovely rose shape like this. Okay, that's your rose. Okay, and what I like to do then is I like to put that together, make sure that's going to stay together. So I will take my glue and just put it at the base there, and then just stick my coils, the coils of my rose, down in onto that base so that it doesn't spring out when we stick it down onto our rose. Okay, so that's how that works. So I'm going to do one more because basically I like doing them and I get a bit addicted to these. So yeah, so we're going to do another one just to show you. So just basically just going round. And how I did the other one, there we go, can you see that? And how I did the other one, the other bouquet, is I placed all the roses where I wanted them, and then as I go along, I know what size roses I want and sort of thing as I go along, and I find that a lot easier than just doing all of them and then sticking them all onto the bouquet. I find it, I know what I want then. So we're just following the outside line, just so we can cut out our swirl before we cut the inner lines. Cut the inner lines out. Okay, so then we just cut in this, just cutting along the inside swirls like this. And then we'll rub those markings away, some of those markings away, so you can't see them. So I like to turn my paper around as I'm cutting my swirl out. It just makes it easier than trying to move the scissors around the paper. Okay, so that's your swirl. Okay, and then we're just going to do the same. We'll do the same. And I'm just going to rub some of these lines out. I'm so looking forward to showing you how this is going to look when it's finished. I'm a little bit apprehensive because obviously with these sort of things you don't know what they're going to be like when they're done. But what I was thinking of doing was doing some roses, doing some leaves on the back of the bouquet with some craft foam. Or sticking some of these flowers on the back, or perhaps a combination of the two. But I thought at the end of this video I'd do what I did on Facebook and show you some options of what you can do on the back of your bouquet if I have enough room. And I just want to apologise, so I'm going to start rolling this rose. I want to apologise for being cut off last time. That's because I didn't realise how long I'd been on here for, and I've been on here for over half an hour, and my phone can't cope with that much space being taken up, so it cut me out and put the other video on a different file, which wasn't very long anyway. I was just going to come to an end. So there we go. So we're just swirling that right in, or curling that right in. There we are, and that's your rose. And these aren't very uniform, and actually, to be honest with you, I prefer that they're not, because I think they look nicer like that. But you could do them differently and make them less jaggedy around the edge and all that sort of stuff. But I really like these the way they are. So yeah, okay, so that's the next rose that we've done. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is show you where we're going to put these on. So I'm going to do them very much like the blue one I showed you. So what you really want is we want not to have the glue strings on the roses. That's what we want. We want to have some small ones for the very middle of our rose. So the smallest ones you've got, if you stick them in the middle like that, that will work, okay? Because we want to have this red part around the edge so we can see the shape of our rose, okay? So that's what we'd do. These bigger ones are good for this part, the wider part. Oh, there's one there that's not stuck down. I'll do that later, but that's not stuck down properly. Yeah, the wider ones are nicer for the outside, I think. These middle-sized ones are quite nice for this piece around the edge here. So it's all up to you how you're going to do this, but this is how I'm going to do mine. Okay. So I'm going to put these on, and I actually might stick these down while I'm on here. I might do, depending on whether I can find the right size roses to go on here. I don't know if I might swap that with that, or we could, no, I think that will, so if we do that, oh sorry, no, we're a bit close, aren't we? Let's move that back, you can't see what I'm doing, there we are. That's a bit better, isn't it? So we're just doing this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick some of these on if I have enough space on my phone to go ahead and do that. As you can see, you don't need really big ones around this small part of the there we go. So then I'd position them all on like this, and then I would start sticking them down. So I'm going to stick some of these down because I'm quite happy with these. Okay, I'm going to do these. I would be if there was any glue strings on the glue strings are getting on the flowers, and then they're moving. Okay, so we're going to just stick these down like this. Okay, so yeah, the best thing to do, like I was saying, is to decorate your front part first and then stick it on afterwards. That way you don't need a lot of glue. That way you're not going to have any problems with the fact that it's slanted. It's easier for you to do it because it's flat. Okay, so there we are. So we're just putting those on like that. And I don't know, I'm not sure how we're going to do the back. I'll come back and show you how to do the back. I would have done it in this video, but I haven't really got anything prepared to show you on that. So I thought leaves would be a nice idea for the back of the bouquet, because when you have a rose normally has leaves on the back of it. That's why I thought we could do that. Just pulling these glue strings off, because they just get on all of the roses and then they start to pull everything out of shape. So I'll do like that. Okay, so there is an order to this. You need to do it in a certain order for it to work, and also for it to be easy for you to put together. So that's how we've done that, the same as the other one. Okay, and let me show you what I mean about it being slanted. If you was to have stuck that on before, that would have been more difficult to decorate because it's up like this, whereas if it's flat it's much easier. So you can see how that's coming along. You've got your lovely ribbon around the middle, you've got your nice rose shape on the front. And on the back, what we're going to do, I think, is we might do some leaves. I'll show you what I mean. We might do some, not this colour, okay, but I was thinking of doing some leaves around the back like this in green, okay, and then maybe putting some flowers in between, okay. But what you could do is, if I could find my shapes, I could show you what I showed them on Facebook, is you could, let's just get hold of all these bits and pieces. You could create a rose on the back, okay, so you could do the same as you did on this front piece of the rose, and you could reassemble this on the back of your bouquet, because I've seen that you can do this. But if you do it, it works out, I think, that it's the opposite way round that you're doing this, okay. I think you have to put it the other way round somehow. I don't know how. I don't know if you can do it that way. But you can see this bit's on the other side. Okay, so it's the image is the other way round if you do it this way, okay. But it does work. So you can see it does actually work. So that's what you can do with this. I'm not going to do it all, but you could reassemble that rose on the back and do it that way, okay. Or the other thing you could do is you could decorate it with your flowers. Put your flowers around here, around sort of like the bouquet handle. Or you could put some ribbon loops here and just do it as I did the back of some of my bouquets. I did the back of my bouquets. Let me show you. You could do something like this. Let's have a go. Something like that on the back of here. You could do that. Okay. So there's a few suggestions that you could do with the back of your bouquet. Do let me know how you get on if you do this project. It'd be lovely to know. I'm going to go now, and I'd like to, it'd be lovely to know what you think about this project. Don't forget to press the like, and also comment below and let us know what you think. And also, if you like these videos, do subscribe to my channel, and you'll get more videos just like this one. Okay then, bye bye everyone, and take care. Bye.